Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm in beautiful Long Key nature, and I figured why not have a pretty background for the video. Today's pearl of wisdom is one word, and it's called smile. And it's a small word, but it means a whole lot. Smile at everyone that passes you by, because you never know what that smile will do for them in their life. And I'm going to share with you a personal story. Sometimes we find out, sometimes we don't. I used to go to art school. I went to Parsons in New York, Parsons School of Design. And I got very close with my dean. His name was Don Higgins. And over the course of the 2 years that I was in school, I would go by his office every semester and discuss the next courses that I would take, and he would help me with my course of action. And because the name Devora is so unique, I never had to say my last name, Devora. If I called, hi Devora, come. And I stayed in touch with him after Parsons, and I would go visit him and bring him some samples of wine labels and stuff that I did to make him, smile and just to keep the connection. And one day I called school and I asked for him, and they told me that he was no longer there. He was no longer at Parsons. And I said, well, where is he now? And they said he went to Pratt. So I followed him to Pratt Institute and kept in touch. And then years later, when I was working in at the UN, he came one day to visit me, and we sat at the UN hotel for 2 hours and just had a great conversation. He was an older man. He finally, at the end of the 2-hour, chat, he gave me a very big hug and he said goodbye. And a few weeks later, I called Pratt, the school, because I wanted to ask him something. Actually, it was about a week later, and I heard he's no longer with us. So I said, okay, where did he go now? And there was silence at the other end. He had passed away the day before. And I was heartbroken because I loved him. He was just a wonderful person. Anyway, a few months later, my mailman rings the bell and he brings me a certified letter, and he said, Devora, I need you to sign. And I said, Louis, I didn't do anything. What is this? There were 4 names on the envelope, 4 attorneys. He says, I'm sure it's a good thing. I opened up the envelope, and Don Higgins had left me on his will. So there were 7 people. I was one of 7. And he said, sell my 2 apartments in Manhattan and divide it by these 7 people. And then there was a list on the bottom of other people that he said, these can take anything from the homes. Just to let you know, his brother contested it because it wasn't officially a legal document. And it's okay. I never got anything, but to me, it was like winning an Oscar. Because I just was nice. I just smiled at him and just was friendly, and never knew until then, afterwards, years later, that I must have meant something to him special enough that from his thousands of students, he chose me, one of 7 people, to put on his will. So my point is that smile at everyone you see, and you never know what an impact you're having on them. God bless you, and have a great day.